Hey guys. So I just wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking a lot about recently. And because we as a team have been talking a lot about being intentional with our business and what that exactly means. And then the other day I was just thinking about having good intentions, and it just kind of occurred to me how close those words are. And I think sometimes in our brain we really do mix them up. So I just want to talk about that for just a minute. And I'm trying to hold the phone a little differently, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to catch your comments even though they're sideways. So, actually, I think I'm going to set this down so I can at least have my hands back. Maybe. All right. So, intentions versus being intentional. So as we talk about these things, so many times we talk about wanting to be intentional, and then what we do is we write down all of the things that we want to be intentional about, but then in reality, what those become are good intentions. But I think we all know that without action, those good intentions just kind of die. We all have good intentions. We intended to, do XYZ today. We intended to do the laundry today, but we didn't, and so now we don't have clean clothes. We really did intend to get up early and exercise today. We intended to eat well today. There's so many things that we intend to do that we just, in reality, we don't do them. So how do we make those intentions become intentional actions? Okay, so a lot of it really is just do it. That's one of my favorite videos is to just do it. Are you in my house? I'm not in your house today, Penny, but there's so many times that we agree on so many things. So, and it could be the same book that we're going through. So we're, as a group, some of us are reading through the 15 laws of intentional growth. So, think about that. There's so many things that we need to do for intentional growth. And some of it, the things down that we want to do, but then we have to actually do them. So there's a great video. It's by Art Williams, and he it's just speech he does says just do it. We say, oh, I want to do this, I'm really going to do this, and now we need to just do it. Yes, it's all in the details, Katrina, very much in the details. So a couple things from the book that we're reading. A quote by Bruce Springsteen. He says, "A time comes when you need to stop waiting for the man you want to become and start being the man you want to be." And I want you to replace the word man for leader, or man even for mother, wife, child of God. You replace it with whatever word you want. But since I'm talking more specifically about growing our businesses. Hi, Heather. Then that's what I'm going to be talking about. So a time comes when you need to stop waiting for the leader you want to become and start being the leader you want to be. And so think about that. What leader do you want to be? If you were to meet you and be presented with a business opportunity with Young Living, are you the type of leader that you'd want to join? Are you doing things that people are going to say, yes, I want to be on their team? Are you posting things on Facebook and being all negative about other things and then saying, oh yeah, guys, come join my oil business? That's not going to work. Okay, so are you being the leader that others want to follow? Are you being intentional about contacting your team? We all intend to contact them on a regular basis. At one point in the beginning of the year, I intended to send birthday cards to a lot of my leaders. But that has slipped by the wayside, and I pulled it back out yesterday, and I said, I'm going to do this. And so if you get a request from me asking when your birthday is, then hopefully the plan is that I will be intentional to actually write those cards, okay? That is what I am intending to do, and we will, see as I compile all that, whether I not, actually do it. So now I've said that live, and so now you all are my accountability. So I'm collecting these things. I want to recognize you on those types of things. Also in the book, there's a quote that just says there's a difference between deciding and doing. Okay, I am deciding to send birthday cards, but I actually have to do it now, because I can decide all day long everything I'm going to do. And, I don't know about you, but I always tend to decide these things at night. I decide, what, I'm just going to get up in the morning and I'm going to clean. I really am going to get up in the morning and get on that exercise bike that we bought. And then I wake up in the morning and I don't do it. Well, deciding to do it is not going to help me at all. It's really not going to help me lose any weight. It's not going to help me get into better shape. You love birthday cards? Awesome. Well, Terry, send me your birthday then, because I'm not sure that I have my infused planner yet, and I haven't quite got to your name. So go ahead and send me your birthday, and I'll make sure I get that in there. It says that the reality is that you will never get much done unless you go ahead and do it before you are ready. Because sometimes we're like, well, I'll do this when I'm ready. I'll start riding the bike every day when I feel better. Well, you might feel better after you ride the bike. So we may not feel ready to do these things, but just do it anyway. Okay, a couple other things in here. I just found it, it's one of those moments that I had when I realized how close the words intentions and intentional were, as far as, how they sound, but how really different it is to play it out. We can have all the intentions in the world, but unless we actually sit down and we do these things intentionally, if we grow intentionally, if we do things with our team, are we contacting our team members? Are we sharing with our friends? Are we talking about, are we making the oils a part of our everyday lives? Those kinds of things are intentional. Jim Rohn says you can change your destination overnight, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction. Okay, because we are on this long journey, and it's not an overnight journey. So you can't necessarily change where you're going, like the destination right away, but you can make those little steps. Okay, it's about that compound effect from that book. It's about those little things. If I decide tonight I'm not going to have a dessert, or I'm going to eat just a little bit less on my plate, and if I make those little decisions and I'm intentional about those decisions, and even if they're just little ones every day, they're going to play out over the course of time. Whereas if I decide I'm going to start having a dessert every night, I may not gain a pound today, I may not gain a pound next week, but over time, those decisions with that compound interest effect really do make a big shift in our lives. And so it's all about those little choices that we make. And I think that it's about it that I wanted to share with you today. This book is amazing. It goes over some of the gaps that we all have in growing. The gaps are just the assumption gap. I assume that I will automatically grow. The knowledge gap, I don't know how to grow. The timing gap, it's not the right time to begin. The mistake gap, I'm afraid of making mistakes. The perfection gap, I have to find the best way before I start. The inspiration gap, I don't feel like doing it. The comparison gap, others are better than I am. How many of us moms pull that one a lot? Or the expectation gap. I thought it would be easier than this. A lot of you are asking the name of the book. The book is by John Maxwell, and it is The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Excellent book. Many of our leaders on our team are going through it right now. And if you can't, go through it right now, then I'm sure I'll be, inspired by different things and be talking about them. Thanks, Penny, for putting that out there for them. So hopefully that gave you, little ideas, and I can try to inspire you all day long. I can talk about these. I can help you, with those intentions, but only you can be intentional about your growth. When you call me and you want ideas for how to grow your business, I can give you ideas. I can help you with those intentions, but you are the one in charge of your intentional growth. I'm not the one in charge of that. Only you can do it. So hopefully that has given you ideas, maybe, actually get you moving a little bit. And, maybe just pick one thing, because now what we all do is we are like, okay, we're going to write this list of like 10 intentions and we're going to try them all at the same time. And then the next day we're going to be like, that's way too much. I can't do that. So don't do that. Pick one, and maybe, and talk to your leaders. Maybe that is something that your leader can help you with. You can write down 5 things. Say, these are 5 things I want to do between now and next convention. And we can say, okay, great. Let's work on this one first. And once you got that one down, let's work on the next thing you're going to do intentionally. Okay, so hopefully that gives you ideas. I'd love to see what your intentions are, so I can help you maybe, figure out. And, honestly, I can only help so much because I might think something looks great and you're going to say, in reality, this one's going to work better in January because my husband's going to be back from deployment. This one's going to, there might be something different. That a piece of your family that I don't quite get because I'm not there with you. So, but go ahead and write it down. Maybe it's something that that will start in 2 weeks when the kids go back to school. So just write them down. Figure out which one you can start today. You're not allowed to put all ones down that you can't start till later. Oh, winning the Tesla is probably vague of an intent. Well, probably, but you can still put that on your list. But you might want to start, writing out the ways you're going to get there, which, that will help when Young Living releases the requirements for winning the Tesla. Then you'll be able to then properly guide your steps because they've had different things for different trips like this. Sometimes it's enrollments and sometimes it's, ERs. So, start writing those out, start getting some ideas together, and pick one and do it today. Don't even wait till tomorrow. Do something today to be intentional about your business. All right, thanks, guys, and I will talk to you all later. Maybe I'll talk to you more now.